Hi everyone, it is Monica here from TVandPopcorn.com, and I am here to give my review on Scandal's mid-season premiere, which was titled It's Hard Out There for a General. That is going to be season 5, episode 10, and I was bored. But let me tell y'all something. Shonda is taking Scandal somewhere. I don't know where right now. But there's something happening here. I'm going to start it off with what I think is happening, and then we'll kind of discuss the show. But one thing I noticed before I watched the show, which I watched it on Hulu, actually, I guess you can say as of this recording, I watched it this morning. Let me put it that way. So this is fresh off the press, you guys. So one thing about it was I saw the premiere of it, or should I say the promo for it, and the first thing I noticed was they're taking the white hat off of Olivia. And one thing I've noticed about Shonda as a writer is even though she has touched on certain issues and she's done the whole relationship thing, it looks like, or it appears to me, in my opinion, that Shonda does not like to be cliche, and that her writers really like to get really creative, and I think they may even get bored, is what I'm guessing, with the way things are going, so they like to switch it up. And so initially, fans fell in love with Scandal because Olivia Pope. She seemed powerful. In my opinion, Olivia Pope was never powerful to me. In my opinion, she's not a woman that I look up to and say I want to be her. She just isn't that chick. She just isn't. And reason being is because even though she did fix a lot of things, her life from season 1, and we are now in season 5. I can't believe it. It was just like yesterday. I remember when Scandal became so popular. It seemed like it was just yesterday. But I can't believe they're already in season 5. But since season 1, the girl has been a hot, dang, emotional freaking mess. Period. And just like in this episode, for the first time, you hear Olivia admit to Abby that she can't even take her own advice. She's been this way. Like, a person who can fix everybody else's life but can't fix their own life is just a hot mess. That's not a person I would ever want to be intertwined with. There should be some type of, I guess you could say, balance or rule, or something where you're able to get a grip on the crap that you have going on in your own life, opposed to just getting a grip on the things that's going on in somebody else's life. Me personally, in my real life, apart from this show, I can't stand people like that who can fix everybody else but can't fix their dang self. It's insane to me. But anyway, I'm just saying. So I've never liked Olivia for that reason. I've never been an Olivia fan. Do I root for her in many episodes? Yeah, she's a human being, and we all have problems for sure. So, of course, yeah, I've had my moments where I rooted for Olivia Pope, but like her, no, I don't. And I found myself more so here in season 5 rooting for Melly, like many others, which I try not to join the popular train, but it just happens to be the train that seems to be right at this moment. But Melly seems to be someone who was really just caught up in the wave of Fitz and Olivia Pope, and she's now trying to find her own identity. What I've respected about Melly, and she's accomplished something I feel Olivia has not yet accomplished, is Melly has taken control of her life. You don't see her whining over Fitz. You don't see her chasing after some dude. This chick is writing books and trying to run an office, a political office. So she's making career moves, and she's not thinking about a man. Olivia, on the other hand, now that you've kicked Fitz to the side and decided that you don't like him since he's no longer married, then now you're running back and you're sleeping with Jake. And Jake, I want to slap him. And you guys know I've been a Jake fan, but seriously, Jake, move the heck on, dude. Get somebody else. Do something. This is whack. Anyway, I'll go there in a moment. But I think Shonda and her writers are bored with Scandal, and they're trying to bring a new identity to Scandal. I think that's what's really happening. And we'll see. That's just my opinion. But I really believe they've taken the white hat off of Olivia. Olivia's had an abortion. And she aborted Fitz' baby, which was supposed to be the love of her life. She's turned down a marriage proposal. And out of the two of them, I never thought I'd say this either, but I didn't like Fitz. I don't like Fitz. I'm not a fan of Fitz. So I think Fitz is way too girly and needy to me, in my opinion. No offense. But just the way I don't know. I have to just describe him, how I kind of see it in my mind. But anyway, the issue with Fitz that I've had is how needy and clingy he is. But at the same time, between him and Olivia, he still was the better person because he tried to do things in order. He divorced Melly. He handed her those divorce papers. He proposed to Olivia. He was trying to set her up and put her in a position where she could be with him, which is what she claimed she wanted in the first place. And I really do believe that Fitz really did want to be with Olivia. That I must admit, just judging by his actions. And that's what we have to judge people by. Not what they say is what they do. And to me, Olivia is an all talker and not really one who's really ready to commit. And she says it, but she doesn't do it. And that's freaking weird to me. So here's the next weird thing to me that's going on is the fact that Olivia is now sipping wine and chilling with her dad at a restaurant. And now she's back to wanting his opinion. What the heck is wrong with this girl? Like, your father has killed the president's son. There's so much that this man has done that you wanted him in jail. Now you're sitting, chilling, sipping with him like nothing's ever happened. And now you've allowed him to convince you that you love power over anything else. And the most stupid part about this whole thing, which is the reason why I was bored out my mind, is because she had power. And Olivia is so silly that she could not even handle herself in the Oval Office. You're a handler. Instead of seeing the situation as Fitz is trying to trap you, she should have took the reins and flipped it and became that woman of power that she wanted to be. But she did not use that to her advantage. She could not get past the fact that Fitz wanted her to be his wife. She couldn't get past the fact that Fitz wanted her to be the first lady. But in several episodes, or I guess you could say in the last 2 or 3 episodes before the mid-season finale, you could tell that there were, I guess you could say, power heads or people in government, higher power, whatever, who really respected Olivia's opinion, and that she really had a lot that she could contribute because of her knowledge and how she has dealt in business in the political arena and has helped a lot of major people out of problems, so I felt like it was a missed opportunity for her. Now all of a sudden you're letting daddy talk you into being a power hungry chick all over again, and now you're going after the ex-wife of your so-called love or the love of your life. Weird to me. So I said all that to say this. Where is Scandal going? I have no idea, but I can tell that something is about to change. I don't know what it is, but I think just like Shonda did with Grey's Anatomy, I thought that I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy years ago, and I thought it was just too much of doctors sleeping with doctors. I was bored out of my dang mind. And then all of a sudden, I got interested in Grey's Anatomy again. And now the show has become more about the actual work of the doctors and a lot less about all the sleeping around. And even though they still have their share of relationships and different things like that going on, the episodes are more focused now on the people that come in and out of these doctors' lives and the patients that are coming in and out of these doctors' lives. It's like, wow, it's a real doctor show to me now at this point. So I feel like they're doing the same thing with Scandal. Scandal's about to get a new identity. At first, it started off with Olivia and Fitz and this being this whole love thing. But honestly, how far could you possibly take that? The show needed a new identity. And I believe it's about to get it. And it's about to be a really serious power ride for everybody involved. Who's going to end up at the top? I have no idea. So in this episode, we see Jake take a power move with Popa Pope, a.k.a. Rowan. And in this episode too, and I forgot the guy's name, but he was considered the whistleblower because he was getting ready to leak some very vital, critical, secretive information to the news. And Jake supposedly killed this guy. And Quinn and Marcus found Jake in the house where they was also looking for this whistleblower. And then later on, Olivia finds the whistleblower in the same house in the refrigerator. Now, here's my thing. I do not believe for a moment that Jake is that messy where he would leave a body exactly where he was discovered in the first place. Or maybe he didn't think anybody was going to discover him. Maybe that is possible now that I think about it. Maybe he thought he was going to leave that guy in that house because he was taking the guy's phone and everything. So maybe he was cleaning up, but he didn't have the time to, clear out the body. I don't know. I just don't believe Jake would have left the body in the refrigerator for them to find later on unless Rowan really wanted Olivia to find the body. So those are my thoughts there. I do not think for a moment that Jake is really on Rowan's team. I don't believe that at all. I don't think, and maybe even Jake and Olivia's playing her father. That could be possible because at the restaurant when Olivia was speaking with her father in one of the earlier scenes of this episode, she was saying how she didn't want to come to the house to even see Jake and was asking why was he even there. And then as soon as she got back to her apartment, Jake was standing there, and of course they're getting busy, adult style. So I don't know what's up with that. I believe they're playing her father at this point. And that may be the smarter thing to do. They be able to hit him on the blind side is the question. And it could be very possible that they're able to do that. But I think that's where we are right now. Is Jake and Fitz going to be able to get along? I have no idea. That's another thing. It's at the point now I'm just like, wow, I'm ready to see some game changing things happen in Scandal because it's just getting a little too ridiculous for me as far as the storyline and where everyone is. And the whole Abby and Fitz thing, oh my gosh, where are they going with that? I hope they're not going where I think they're going. That's just going to be a whole new weird thing. I think they need to get a new woman in Fitz's life, somebody we haven't seen on screen, get a good storyline for her, and get that going. But Abby, no, leave Abby alone. Leave her as the press secretary and Olivia's, sidekick when she's needed. Don't drag Abby into this mess. And she's been a hot mess herself. So, that's just, I don't know. That's just too much for me. And I haven't seen him. He wasn't in this episode, David Rosen, but I still hate the way Abby did David. I think that they were a very nice, cute couple. Also, I seen what Abby's like when she gets a little power hungry, and I don't think that's going to be cute. And I think that she did a great job avoiding that because she really was wore out with Fitz continuously calling her and needing her or wanting to just have someone to speak to. And like Cyrus told her, you're his new wife. And I don't know what's happening with Cyrus. It's like Cyrus is on the sideline. So I think that they're getting ready to change some stuff and switch some cards around. And I don't know what's going to happen, but it looks like a lot of the characters are really just floating right now and going with the flow. But something's going to go down. I don't know what. Is Jake going to run for president? I don't know. I don't want to see Jake as president. As much as I was a fan of Jake's, I'm starting to not even be a fan of Jake's because I feel like he needs to just leave Olivia alone. Either you like her or you don't like her. I mean, and you're still letting her use you like a little puppet a little boy toy. Just because she left Fitz alone doesn't mean you need to be with her in that way either. So, I mean, somebody has to teach or stay away from Olivia and teach her some, I guess you could say, self-control. The girl has no self-control. So where do we end with this episode is Melly and Olivia are now pairing up, and Melly's wanting to write this awesome book that could possibly put her in a position of becoming president. And Olivia told her she needs to write a book that doesn't scream, I want to be president. But of course you do, but you don't need to act, or I guess you say appear as if you want to become president, because it screams, desperation. So Olivia has talked Melly into rewriting this book, and they're going to team up. So now, since Popa Pope's little talk with Olivia, now she's getting ready to play for power for the White House again. And I think that is so dumb. I really do. And maybe it could be that Olivia just needs to be truthful with herself for a change and say what she really wants and stick with it. I don't think she even knows. And why does her father's opinion matter? I don't know. And I know some people are maybe saying, well, I mean, that's how children are with parents or whatever. But when your father's that crooked and cruel to the point where he's threatening your life and everything else, and now you guys are just laughing and acting like it's all good, is just crazy. So I don't know. I don't know where that's going. So right now, Jake is in the White House. Olivia is not. Fitz is not taking her call, but she's trying to now get into the White House with Melly. Cyrus is on the sideline. Abby's being a wife to Fitz, but not anymore, because she made sure she put him on notice, told him to call her whenever he needed her, when he really needed something, because she is only the press secretary. And also, I thought it was cool that Huck and Quinn are now, just trying to protect those who are innocent in their lives, because they don't want to bring anyone else into the dark side that they have all crossed over to. And I do agree with many other fans who are saying that everybody in this show has their share of blood on their hands, has their share of crookedness, lying, deception. I mean, when it comes down to Fitz, Olivia, Jake, Quinn, Huck, these people, Cyrus, even Sally Langston and her lovers of liberty, they all are a hot dang mess, and they've all had their hands in something that they should not have, and they've all played their parts in ruining someone's lives somewhere, or someone's life somewhere. So that's how I feel about Scandal right now. I was bored, and I really, I know though that Shonda has the capabilities and the ability, and her writers and staff, they all have the ability to change this thing around, and I think that's exactly what they're working on. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I really don't. Is Jake and Olivia still going to be messing around now that he's gotten his position and she found out that he possibly killed the whistleblower? That's another question I had. Hopefully not. I want Jake to move on. Seriously. So those are my thoughts. You guys have to leave me a comment. Tell me your thoughts. Let me know how you felt about this episode of Scandal. Once again, we're discussing season 5, episode 10. It's hard out here for a general. And what is up with that title? I don't think that fit. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe the general of some type of security or whatever. I don't even remember the title of it, but I don't know. It's just a weird title for the show to me. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention. I might have to go back and rewatch it to see what's going on with this title of this episode. But yes, you guys definitely leave me a comment. And if you have enjoyed my little review, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys as a subscriber. And once again, this is Monica Myers. You can check me out at any time on TVandPopcorn.com. And I will talk to you all soon. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.